Let's see if they will stop being weird and secretive about their game.
Let's begin.
That's great.
All right.
That was a short
Here
intro.
we are in the land of Hyrule.
All right.
Wow.
I've been here before.
Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course,
I mean,
it's
look
not
cool.
just the same world as is.
No?
It's changed in many ways.
How?
If we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches.
Oh my God.
In this game, the
I don't see
vast
many
world of
differences.
Hyrule reaches high into the sky.
That looks different.
You'll notice some landmasses floating up there.
Yeah, I do
Oh, this
see.
We
is
call them
Dueling
Sky
Peaks.
Islands.
Yes, I remember.
If you do this on the rock that just fell,
Right.
Rewind.
Oh, so you rewind a rock and
it
then
started
ride
rising.
it back up there?
Yes.
this power is known as recall, which rewinds an object's movement. Since I just used recall on the fallen rock, I can now rise into the sky. We're a lot closer to the Sky Islands. Let's use the paraglider to reach one of them.
the way
There
he
are a
was
few other
diving.
Sky
for a
Right.
Islands
second.
floating here too. There's a branch on the ground. When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later.
Why? So it can break
Let's
in 5
continue.
seconds?
Here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here
Oh, hold on.
and do this, look, we can stick them together.
What?
We created a makeshift hammer.
We can
This
make
is called
weapons.
fuse. You can stick objects together to create new weapons with various effects. Let's take on another construct with this fused weapon.
That is cool as shit!
We're dealing with two of them at once.
What? Spin attack.
Oh, we beat one. The weapon's attack has definitely improved.
Still his weapon, man.
The other branch broke, but this weapon has much better durability.
That's
I'm
so
You can
cool.
do all
in love
sorts
with
of
that.
things by experimenting with the fuse ability.
I
You
can't
can
wait
fuse
to see
two
the
weapons,
different
for
fuses.
example. If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create a weapon with a much longer attack range.
Oh, I'm gonna be in heaven.
With this, we don't have to get too close to enemies,
that is!
and we can
I'm
safely
gonna
attack
stab
from a
people
distance.
from across the field.
You can also fuse arrows
Oh
with
man,
materials in
people are
your
gonna go
inventory.
dumb with this. Exactly. I
For
can't wait to see
instance,
it. What?
try
what?
fusing this leaf to an arrow.
What?
Fuse an ice elemental material
No, can
to
I
an
fuse
arrow,
meat
and
to an arrow? Hold on.
you can freeze faraway enemies.
Stop
There
it!
So at
Get
times
better.
like these,
But
here's
also,
an
why are
eyeball you
you?
can get by defeating monsters.
I'm sorry. What are you?
Fuse
what
it
does
to
that
an
do?
arrow and
No. No!
look, it homed in on the target.
Why are you killing birds?
It
Let's try
has
this
an
on another
eyeball
bird.
in the tip of the arrows. Oh my God! So the
I'll just fire
gameplay
in that
loop
general direction.
is gonna be
Wow.
kill
Very simple.
monsters to get more resources
Depending
on what
to
you stick
continue.
together.
Yeah.
But there's a
Ability
way
could also
more.
be
It's way more
beneficial for hunting.
rewarding now.
Yes.
I've
The
fused a
no
mushroom to
arcs.
my shield. Now,
Yeah,
you're
homing
probably
arrows.
wondering if this has any use.
What?
Well,
Is that
this
a mushroom?
is actually
Yeah.
a puff shroom.
A puff shroom.
Let's fight an enemy with this.
Uh-oh.
I blocked with the shield. Okay, there's smoke now.
So now he
The
can't
enemy has
see
lost
you.
sight of Link, so attack! Even if you struggle with
When I
combat,
tell you
can take down enemies
The
using similar
amount
methods.
of puff shrooms I'm going
In
to
the
be
previous
using.
game,
We're making
so-
a boat.
So this is how
We'll
I
lift up
knew
this
it.
log
We make
and
cars
attach it to a
and
second log.
stuff. We make the vehicles.
Let's do one more. We'll bring this over here and attach a third log.
This is so crazy cool.
It's a makeshift raft.
Everything is a puzzle.
This is another new ability called Ultra Hand.
Is
Even
it
though the logs
possible?
are
I would
currently
love to make
attached,
multiple enemies
They
stick.
can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft. You can always attach things or detach them like this.
Yo, they're making. It's real life gummy ships.
Now, if we put this on the water,
They looked at Kingdom
it's
Hearts
made of
and they're like,
wood,
"Hold
so
my
the
beer."
buoyancy will keep it afloat. We've made a simplified version of a boat.
The
Let's
YouTube
try
videos. Top
hitting
10
it.
crazy weapons you can make.
Oh, wind. It's
Oh
blowing
my
wind.
God! And you can just attach it
Looks
to the
like we
back.
found a fan.
It has a battery.
Why don't we try
It has a
attaching it?
battery. Oh my god, it has a battery. I
has a
see it.
battery.
I didn't see it.
It's
Oh
moving.
my god.
It's sailing pretty fast with the wind from the fans. For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it. If we use the ability here,
It's a ceiling. You can go through it, so you don't have to like climb.
come on, keep going. Okay, we emerged at the top of the hill. In the previous game,
Yeah, because it's wind.
Oh my god.
Oh!
oh well, let's just return to the surface. You can quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this.
If I get knocked off a
feels so
Sky
good.
Island and am sent all the
In
way
the
back
sky,
down
you'll be
there,
able to
I
look
would
out
cry.
across the land. You can also search for destinations that pique your interest. Once you've chosen your destination, you can speed things up, like this. Let's dive into this river.
so we know that
Sir.
you can shoot downwards with
And we're
arrows
back
now,
on the
too.
surface. There are
What is
still
that
so many
bird
things I'd like to
carrying?
show you, but let's
Oh
leave
my
it at that for
god,
now.
it's carrying a freaking bokoblin.
What did you think?
I am also pleasantly surprised.
Surprised.
I am surprised. So we still didn't see inside of a temple,
Nope.
like I said.
Listen, I said I want. Oh, wait,
We got
there's more. Oh,
It's
of
an
course.
ad.
They gotta advertise the
that looks
Switch.
cool though, green and gold.
Yeah.
Our pro controller is the tits though, huh?
Damn. I'm at least buying the Pro Controller. I wish they would have released all the amiibo that they're gonna have out too. The
Not
sound
yet.
of a wallet emptying. Yeah.
I know, right?
And I'm gonna buy the Switch OLED. I'm going to. I just know myself.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. They can brand a literal piece of poop with Zelda and push it out, and they will still get my money because I'm that much of a sucker.
I
So,
mean, we already did that when I got 900 Koroks.
yeah, literally official Korok seed. I'd buy it.
I bet the carrying case is the same price as the controller.
There's a lot to unpack there, but
we got to see the crafting, which is huge. That's huge.
it's gonna be
That's
like most of the gameplay.
huge.
But that sets up a better gameplay loop than the past game.
True.
So the
Because
game
I had so many like monster parts that I didn't do anything with.
exactly. So before, your gameplay loop was to fight monsters,
Mm-hmm.
explore the world, get a set amount of weapons, to then continue
Although
that cycle,
sometimes
fight
it was
monsters,
used to upgrade your
your
outfits.
armor. Yeah. But now you actually get to interact with those pieces. Every single one of those parts just enhances your ability to fight. And then you get pieces that will help you travel the world. And basically, they took everything from the previous gameplay loop and enhanced it. They said, let's
That's
make
nice.
let's break the world apart.
Yeah.
Let's add all of these pieces that will help you like travel better. Like I think it's absolutely, they took what they already had and then they just enhanced it like tenfold. So I think the gameplay will be better. And this is classic fucking Nintendo. Whenever they make a game, they take the gameplay elements and then they like on the sequel and then they just enhance it. And they're like, okay, kind of like what they did with Mario Galaxy 2, where they took the gameplay elements and they're like, there's so much more that we could do with this. And so,
But don't say that because I thought Galaxy 2 was the worst game.
well, I mean, it is, but the gameplay was
Got it.
objectively better.
All right.
And I'm willing to bet the gameplay in this one is objectively better. But we'll see if the story is too. I'm surprised we didn't get to see Ganondorf. Yeah, they showed a little bit of him. I don't want to see too much Ganon. That's one of the things I appreciate about Zelda is, we were talking about it this morning. They're very weird and secretive, and they've been so weird and secretive that most of the marketing has been using stuff from the previous game. That's what like Arlo had tweeted out the other day, and I'm like, he's 100% right. Like they're being so weird and secret about this game, but I appreciate it because there's other games that I've been anticipated for where they show you everything in hopes to market it better just to get people to buy it. But like they know people are going to buy it, so they're keeping it close to the chest. But I think it's I blame Aonuma. I don't blame Nintendo. I blame specifically Aonuma. I think it's because it's his baby and his project. I think he's the one being weird about it. I'm still a little annoyed that we haven't seen dungeons.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed that we haven't seen enough new environment. Like they basically took parts of the world and shifted it up to the sky, and it's cool that you can interact in that. But like I'm still not seeing enough of like to get me hyped for story parts, right? Like I feel like this is gonna feel,
because that was the one thing that suffered in the first one was the story.
because that's the difference between Breath of the Wild and the others, right? Because it was more linear, it felt like a journey. This one is make your own journey, and then they just enhanced, like they doubled down on that make your own journey. When's the last time we were disappointed by a Zelda? Wind Waker? And that's personal preference, right?
Yeah,
So.
Wind Waker was horrible. That's not personal preference.
Yeah, the gameplay changes are substantial. Like obviously they've made a huge change. This is not just Breath of the Wild like gameplay just thrown into more environments. They're definitely made changes to how you travel and made it more accessible for Link, and I like that. I just wish that they would give us something substantial to why we're doing it. And I know, I'm sure there's reasons and they'll keep their story light, but I would like for the world to be filled with lore and like things that I like will drive me to want to go search, because I'm right now I'm not seeing it. I just want this to be more than just looking at new landscapes. I wonder what kind of permanent stuff we're gonna get, like permanent objects that like stay in your inventory that don't break or whatever. I'm impressed that they addressed the weapon durability issue the way they did, because what I was envisioning was like a repair system where you could use some of those gems to repair some of the things that stayed broken, but being able to just fuse anything you see together and make it a weapon, this is way more clever. Now you really just need to have the mindset that none of your weapons matter. Like just grab shit, fuse it together, and beat the shit out of your enemies. That's way better. That's way better. This is good. This is fucking creative. I'm genuinely impressed with the way that they did this. I'm very happy with what we've seen. Are you happy with what we've seen? You just want more story? Obviously I'm gonna buy the game, but if I wasn't a diehard Zelda fan, I would have waited, right? Like if I were not a fan of Breath of the Wild, if I were one of the people who are like, I don't really like Breath of the Wild, this would not be enough to pull me into the hype train to get me going. And that is just fact. I like it. I like what they're doing, but this is not enough to revolutionize the gameplay back towards what I'm used to in Zelda, where it's a more linear path, and it's more of like an exploration experience still in Breath of the Wild than it is a linear path with a journey behind it, a journey feel instead of exploration. Because like that is the key difference. If you don't care about exploration in Breath of the Wild, then you're not going to care about exploration in this game, even if they make it more unique. So I feel like this will probably appease the people who didn't like Breath of the Wild just a little bit more, but it's still not enough to get them hyped for it. I think we've been given enough to know what's happening. Maybe this is proof that this is the end of the Zelda timeline, and it's just and the Ouroboros thing, it just shows that we're basically starting everything all over again. Who knows? We'll see. I hope it lives up to my expectations. I hope I don't play it and I'm like, this is terrible. I truly doubt it, but